Hello and welcome aboard WhalePod to another episode of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I am your Commander Whale, and today we're going to be landing on asteroid X-57 to stop some suspicious individuals from bringing down the sky. X-57 is a metallic asteroid originally located at the trailing Lagrange point of the gas giant Bohr. With the increased development on Terra Nova, a new orbital port facility was necessary. Due to a shortage of funding, it was decided to mine out X-57, using the recovered resources to finish out the interior for habitation. The asteroid was decelerated from Bohr's orbit using fusion torches, allowing it to fall into the orbit of Terra Nova. Recently, communications with the engineering team on X-57 have been lost. The fusion torches have reignited, and the asteroid is accelerating towards Terra Nova. This mission here was not part of the Mass Effect 1 base game, and in the original release was DLC. It has been added to the base game of Legendary Edition, as all the DLCs for the entire trilogy are included in the $40 price tag of Legendary Edition. Or I don't know, maybe it's 60. Whether it's 60 or 40, just 3 originally $60 games, as well as all of their DLCs totaling well over $100. Legendary Edition is well worth whatever the price tag, 60 or 40. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, because I did buy it a while ago closer to the release of the actual package. Now, let's land on the asteroid. Oh wait, no, not quite yet. One thing I will say is, we get a bit more dialogue from the Normandy VI, which normally just does things like announcing that we're ashore, or we're aboard, or decontamination in progress, and even replacing some of Joker's voice lines that he normally has for the Uncharted worlds with new lines from the Normandy VI, which leads me to believe that either Joker's voice actor was unable to return for the Bring Down the Sky DLC, or there was some sort of dispute between BioWare, EA, and Joker's voice actor that prevented these lines from being used / new ones from being recorded. Obviously, if there was a dispute, it was worked through because Joker does return later in the trilogy. We're gonna be bringing Garrus and Ashley gives us a lot of combat strength. We do need to bring someone with tech. That's one thing I do like about my other, male Commander Shepard playthrough, is being a tech user myself. I can just get the necessary decryption and electronic skills necessary to open every computer terminal, every crate, every safe on just my character, and I'm free to bring whichever two I want to bring. Pretty much any combination I can think of, I can deploy. I do still want to bring Garrus here. We just used Rex on, I'm gonna say Rex and Kaidan are out because we just used both of them on Pharos. We're going to bring... yeah, we're gonna go full combat here and bring Ashley as well. Or pretty much full combat. The only way you could get more combat is if I was a soldier rather than a vanguard.
Status. Sensors reveal 3 fusion torches propelling asteroid X-57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid will collide with Terra Nova in approximately 4 hours. Analysis. Torches must be disabled to cease the acceleration.
Hello. I heard your transmission. Can you hear me? You haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
And this is our last bout on an Uncharted world. So, once we are done with this, all that will be left to do is basically initiate the end game. So do expect the next episode to be a greatest hits tour of my favorite Uncharted worlds.
I don't know who you are, but I'm... damn it. Go.
These heavy turrets here are a lot more dangerous than any other we've encountered on any other world. They also cannot be outranged like a lot of the other ones we've encountered can be, due to them having blast shielding when you get too far away from them. They also will not fight back when they're within their blast shielding, so if you're getting a little too in over your head, just go retreat, make some repairs, and then come back. One left, and it is over this way. And that takes care of the defenses around the first fusion torch. So now, let's take a look at Ashley in a nice clean white there, and Garrus looking like he's channeling his inner nihilist from back all the way in episode 1. We've gotten quite the gear upgrades. I'm wearing a set of light armor that is probably stronger than most of the pieces of heavy armor that have been available up to this point.
Batarians.
Check!
And of course these guys have dogs with them. Let's not be using a sniper rifle for this. That's for taking pot shots at people on the Citadel. Okay, batarians. The bat in the batarian name comes from the fact that the original design concept for the species was taken from bats. They're supposed to be I guess more inspired by something like a flying fox. You know, looking mammalian but still looking weird and creepy. I've seen some concept art of early Batarian designs, and yeah, they did look more bat-like with even like some more wild and out there looking ears on them. That definitely made them look a bit more bat-like, but the even if this design got scrapped, the bat in the name remained. Batarians were also not in any way, shape, or form part of the original Mass Effect 1, and were only introduced through anything other than codex entries in the DLC here. And yeah, pretty much everyone's wearing some pretty insane gear now, as I was saying before we got into the Batarians. Garrus's Nihilist attire is probably the best Turian light armor in the game as well.
I'm reading that the torch is offline. Was that you? Can you hear me?
Who are you? What's going on?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova. We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
Stay put. I'll get those other torches offline as soon as I can.
Thanks. I'll contact you when I can.
A wrong answer there, Shepard. The correct answer is we'll get those torches offline as soon as possible. Although there is no strict time limit on this mission, you can sit on this rock doing nothing for 4 hours and you won't even get the slightest hint of a game over screen. There is one mission in Mass Effect 2 where it is on a 2-hour timer. Also another DLC mission for that game, just like this is DLC for Mass Effect 1, where if you do run out the entire timer, you see a very obscure cutscene and get a critical mission failure.
Oh god. I didn't mean to... Are you hurt?
Takes more than one shot to bring me down.
Sorry. I didn't even realize you were human until... Well... Guess I'm not much of a soldier.
I know you're scared, but I'm here to help. Commander Shepard with the Alliance.
Simon Atwell. I'm the chief engineer on this rock. Listen, we don't have much time. The batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family, they live in Aronis. My kids and grandkids. Nice communities, good schools.
I don't have time to do the math in my head. What happens if we don't stop this rock?
X-57 is 22 kilometers long, twice the size of the asteroid that wiped out the Earth's dinosaurs. It would be like millions of fusion bombs striking at once. Millions. The heat of the blast. 1,000 kilometers away, clothes will ignite. There'll be global wildfires. Air shock will flatten everything for hundreds of kilometers. Terra Nova will die, Shepard. Not just our colony, the planet. There'll be a climate shift, mass extinctions. The ecosystem won't recover for thousands of years. Millions, maybe.
Is there any chance it'll land in the oceans?
That would be even worse. Tsunamis would sweep inland at hundreds of kilometers per hour. Millions of tons of water would be vaporized at the point of impact. Global cloud coverage. The plants could all die, and if they go, the whole ecosystem rolls over. I'd have to run the numbers, but take my word for it, it'd be bad.
This doesn't make any sense. Batarians run criminal gangs. Unethical, but profitable. They don't destroy worlds. What does this gain them?
I've heard all the stories. Slave rings ranching people like animals. Pirate bands burning colonies to the ground. But this is... The Citadel conventions forbid asteroid drops. I never thought the Batarians would go this far.
Most Batarians aren't genocidal madmen, but these are terrorists.
Yeah, I know. It's just... This isn't how I expected the world to be when I rolled out of bed this morning.
You were on the ground when this happened. How many Batarians have you seen? And where?
They landed at the main facility. It's locked down now. They've changed the passcodes. No idea what's going on inside. I did see groups head out to each of the torch stations. Couldn't say how many, though. Enough to give you a fight.
Any idea who's behind this? Who's leading them? That might provide a clue.
I heard a couple of them talking. They mentioned a Balak. It sounded like he's the one in charge. They didn't seem convinced this was a good idea, but they were scared of the guy. Scared enough to do what he wanted.
Batarians everywhere, and I need to shut down all 3 torches. Anything else I should know?
One of the torches is surrounded by live blasting caps. We were set up to excavate when we arrived at Terra Nova. I rigged them with proximity detectors. That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have to go in on foot. Even then, they'll explode if you get too close. Just go slow and easy. You should be fine.
You set them up. Can you disable them?
Not from here. No. There are manual controls by the entrance to the torch facility inside the blast zone. You can disarm the caps there. One last thing. I had a crew working off-site when the attack hit. I'm worried about them. These Batarians are ruthless. I saw them smash the faceplates of guys working vacuum. And those Varen, I don't think they always wait for a corpse before feeding.
Any idea where I can find them?
They were running checks on our perimeter equipment. Easiest thing would be to tap into the transmission tower out on the surface. The equipment stations will show up on your sensors.
I'll look for them, but the torches have to be my priority.
Yeah, you're right. Saving Terra Nova is more important than my team. There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility, but they're probably all dead. That or being held hostage by the Batarians.
A woman named Kate Bowman contacted me. The Batarians haven't found her yet.
Katie's alive. She's one of my best engineers. She signed on with her brother, Aaron, I think his name is. He's part of the security detail. I hope they're okay.
Give me a worst-case scenario. We can't stop the asteroid. Could the colony be evacuated?
Shepard, it took 30 years for the population to grow that large. I'm sure they're moving people to remote areas, but they'd never be able to get more than a few thousand off-world. We just don't have enough ships. No one does. Well, maybe the Quarians, but I don't see them suddenly showing up and offering us a ride.
Why were you moving this thing in the first place?
Well, the idea was to drag it into Terra Nova's orbit, mine it out, and in the end you'd have a basic structure for an orbital station. It's a lot cheaper than getting everything up into orbit from the planet's surface. The minerals we extract almost cover the costs.
What can you tell me about Kate?
Smart as a whip and bold as they come. I hope she keeps hidden. If they find her... Oh, Katie. Don't do anything stupid.
You better find a good place to hide. If the Batarians come back and find you...
Yeah. I think I'll make myself scarce. Good luck, Shepard.
This little side quest we have here, or side mission we have here to find his 3 engineers, does actually have a pretty good payoff to it, so we are going to be finding them as well. Not that we wouldn't find them, but I'm going to be showing you where to find them, or roughly. But first, there's a question mark up on top of this rock here. Yeah, I could never go back to...
Getting all kinds of interference. Damn. Sorry. There's a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
If I can fix it. In the meantime, just keep doing...
Yeah, I could never go back to playing the original Mass Effect now that I've learned that this Mako boost was not in the original game. I wonder what's in this shack here. Well, I know it's in this shack here. My other Shepard came through here a couple days ago. The computer is filled with operation logs and personal journals for a small pirate music station operated by X-57's engineers. It includes scripts for several promotional messages, none of which appear to have been recorded. Radio X-57, rockin' this rock since 2182. Radio X-57, when your world seems hollow, we help you touch the sky. Radio X-57, talk hard. Radio X-57, your last best hope for rock within 300,000 kilometers. Now, it's time to get more damage to the tank than most Thresher Maws managed to inflict on me. We're gonna go straight for facility number 2. This is the blasting cap ringed one, so we cannot approach on our tank.
Warning. Ground penetrating radar detects anti-vehicle demolition nearby. Proceed on foot.
There are still some of these that are best taken care of in the tank. 1 left. Now, the key here is those blue things spinning up above the ground here are our blasting caps. Now that we are inside, we have a proximity detection meter. We're getting closer to them when we have that meter go up. Basically, you want to thread the needle through these guys here. Biotic barriers are recommended, or any sort of immunity. Basically, just keep an eye on your radar there, and those X's that mark points of interest are the blasting cap central points. And we're pretty much through now. So yeah, just keep an eye where the caps are in relation to you, and you'll do just fine here. Die. These guys do have very good defenses against the melee, or at least that guy has had his immunity up during that. Yeah, that was definitely just the immunity before it turned his health bar white. And 3 taps will get us the blasting caps disabled. Now for some more Batarian, well, human on Batarian massacring here. There's an engineer up here who's going to be a pain in the butt. on, Ashley, quit being stupid. Those guys are disabled now. It's over, Batarians. We have the high ground.
Are you there? You've got to hurry. You really pissed them off. Their leader's setting charges everywhere. I think he's going to blow this whole facility.
Get away from there!
Don't shoot, please! No!
Who's shutting down the torches? I won't ask you again. Find this problem and deal with it. Get her out of here!
Well, isn't he just absolutely a joy to be around? Never turn down free stuff. Even if, okay, yeah, we're not capped on money anymore. We did spend some stuff buying some armor. And the maximum amount of money you can have on you is 9,999,999 credits. Essentially one shy of becoming a 10 millionaire. Although our grenade cache still hasn't fully recovered from our fight against the Thorian and all of its creepers, we do have all 5 grenade and metagel upgrades, so we can carry up to 10 grenades and up to 10 units of metagel. Our first priority is disabling all the torches after all, so once we get back to our trusty tank, now all the blasting caps have the orange lights on them instead of blue ones showing that they're offline. We will be heading to the third and final torch immediately in order to at least stop the stop the acceleration of the asteroid. We want to and need to get some deceleration on this thing here. So we also got level ups in there. We're now level 28 when we have 367,000 experience out of 462,000 experience needed for level 29. We will be getting that right about the time we're entering the final mission. So we'll be getting 2 more points this playthrough probably. That will be going right into assault training. Oh yeah, we still have others to level up. Sure, go ahead, get your master assassination, Ashley. And get a little bit better with shotguns. Garrus, I've been neglecting your damping. That's a shame. Damping's a pretty useful ability. Clear all our codex, and we now have, in the assignments, we have avoided the blasting cap successfully. We need to disable the torches for the next step to bring down the sky and find 3 missing engineers. 3 missing engineers. Now, that is the main facility. That is a fusion torch. I would say the asteroid is probably one of my favorite Uncharted worlds, if it was truly an Uncharted world, and if it weren't just so, drab on the ground decor because the view is phenomenal. Terra Nova is a very Earth-like planet, even if it is like twice, if not 3 times the average surface temperature of Earth. And as such, it has quickly become one of humanity's largest extrasolar colonies in the Mass Effect universe. Alright, tank named for a shark. Let's get into battle. One heavy turret is now a lighter than air turret because it is no longer in existence. There's one over here somewhere. See, they will just go back in their houses and leave you alone if you do not want to be shot at. We will just let our shields recover a little bit here before getting them out of their houses again. That is all the defenses around the 3rd fusion torch done for.
Heading out.
I wonder how the Batarians managed to set all this up, or set up this whole operation with all those turrets bearing down on them. Unless the Batarians managed to build the turrets in just, well, of the few hours since they've occupied this rock. Get down and stay down.
Release the Baron!
Die, Baron. Baron are definitely not man's best friend. They're Batarian's best friend, but not ours. And there's our 100th melee kill. Knew that had to be coming soon. With how much of an absolute animal my Commander Shepard's been lately. Alright, bat for brains. Nice going, Garrus. I know that explosion wasn't Ashley. Because you suck, Ashley. No, Ashley doesn't suck. Ashley's much better than Kaidan. In fact, Ashley has a better story arc to her than Kaidan does. Ashley, you at least get to beat the space racism out of her. Kaidan's just whines about his headaches. And in Ashley's defense, her grandfather is the only human commander to ever have surrendered to an alien force in our history. So, she's kind of blacklisted from, well, a lot of positions in the Alliance military because of her grandfather's unfortunate reputation as having surrendered to the Turians during the First Contact War. So it's only fair having, with her family having seen more of that side of alien relations, that she would be a bit more skeptical of them. Meanwhile, Kaidan just has headaches.
This doesn't have to end in bloodshed.
And accidentally killed one of his teachers with his biotics.
Don't come any closer. We can do this the hard way, or we can end this peacefully.
I didn't think you Batarians knew the meaning of the word.
Look, I'm just doing my job here. Hijacking this rock wasn't my idea. I signed on to make a little profit. A quick slave grab, nothing more.
This isn't just a slave grab anymore. Millions of people are going to die.
Don't you think I know that? I'm just following orders here. If it were up to me, we'd have already left.
Well, it's not too late. You can still leave.
I don't think so. Bollock would skin me alive and sell my hide out of spite. crazy bastard. This whole mission's gone to hell and I'm gonna pay for it.
So why do you listen to him?
Good question. I had a bad feeling about this from the moment we landed. Now Balak wants you dead. And what Balak wants, Balak gets. I can't change that.
Do you always want to be second in command? Get me out of here and I'll take care of Balak. Then you can start giving the orders.
Huh. An interesting proposal. It certainly has benefits over the current situation. Shut it down. This is Balak's problem now. I hope you're as quick with a gun as you are with your promises, for both our sakes.
Balak will get what's coming to him, and so will you if I ever catch you in human territory again. Are we clear?
Perfectly. Balak's holed up in the main facility. You'll need this to get in. Don't underestimate him. He's a mean bastard. Let's go. We're getting off this rock.
The main facility fight is actually a pretty tough one if you go in unprepared. Nearly got the better of us in our in my other playthrough. So, particularly if you're playing on a higher difficulty, make sure you're ready for a long, drawn-out fight with lots of Batarian tech and biotics. But before we go straight there, we need to find ourselves some missing engineers. We're not going to have a chance to, if we just go there immediately. So, the first location we need to head to on our map is this transmission tower here. And we will be back when we have arrived. We have arrived at our transmitter tower. And with a quick bit of repair work there, that has actually updated our area map with Survey Station 3, Survey Station 1, and Survey Station 2. Our first destination is going to be a little bit away from Survey Station 2 up here. And we will be back when we have arrived at our desired locale. We're not back yet, but I just wanted to let you guys take in the absolutely gorgeous sights of the asteroid as we approach the edge that is plummeting into Terra Nova's atmosphere. So we're getting some bits and pieces flying off as they get superheated. And I should say, while it's not that we're not back yet, it's just that we're not there yet. We're just letting you take in the sights as we sweep around here for what we're looking for. Here's our location.
On my way.
While the quest does, well, the mission does tell you to go to the stations, you'll just find our Montoya's body pretty far from it, and if you go to the station, you'll be able to find footprints that'll lead you out here, and an ambush. It looks like he died from a single shot through his helmet, likely from a sniper. Whoever killed him didn't even bother to search his body. There's still equipment in his service pack. A Polaris X Omni tool. This is a very good Omni tool for your tech users. The X, of course, meaning it's rank 10. And now this time we will, for real, be back when we have made our way down to a random point along the way to Survey Station 3. Now, I will see you then. And here we are, yet another body. The scorching on the victim's hardsuit suggests he escaped the burning interior of his vehicle only to be gunned down by his assailants. And we're getting the first instance of this glitch on camera. Let's, we'll be back when we fix this glitch. How you fix it is just save and then reload that save. And our Shepherd is no longer stuck on a single axis of movement. So now we can plot out our next destination. We are actually going to sniff around Survey Station number 3, as I know there's no ambush waiting for us there. So, now we will be back when we are at the next survey station. And we found the body of G. Mendel. The victim was badly beaten before being killed with a pistol shot to the back of the head at close range. It's likely he surrendered only to be executed by his sadistic captors. Let's poke around in here. Metagel station logs. Survey Station 3 final entry logged by Engineer G. Mendel. The central transmission tower is on the fritz again. No one ever listens to my warnings about single points of failure. I'm surprised our surface comms work half as well as they do when Slaj shows up to relieve me. I'll go see if I can get the old girl back up and running. Slaj was the other body we found on the way out here. So I'm gonna guess never got out here to relieve him. There's one more body to locate and one more camp we have not yet been to, or station we have not yet been to. So once again, you know the drill. We'll be back when we're there. And we are at the third and final station. Let's see if we can't find a body lying around here somewhere. Well, the batarians did not shove this engineer into a canister. We could have hoped to. But we did get something for our trouble. There's C. Himes. This body has severe burns and shows signs of major concussive trauma. Mercifully, the explosion would have killed her instantly.
This is Dr. Himes. They found me, damn batarians. I can hear them out there prowling around, trying to find a way in. It sounds like they're attaching something to the door. If I don't make it, tell my family I love them.
Who do you love? We didn't get to hear. The explosion cut it off. I guess no one will ever tell them. Just remember, everybody, if you forget your history, you're doomed to repeat it. So make sure to remember that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs to avoid space rocks colliding with the Earth again. Or with any of our colonies. Remember the dinosaurs, people. Now, there is one more point of interest not marked on the map that is worth going to, particularly if you're a bit trigger happy with the grenades. Somewhere in this region here, so we will be back. We've arrived at our first point of interest out here. And first things first. There's nothing more fun than blowing up those fuel tanks. With our, shooty tank. Metagel here. The computer lists a complete cargo manifest of the containers outside. It is mostly uninteresting. Excavation equipment and parts for prefabricated work shacks. A footnote catches your eye. Explosives move to grid reference 32.4.16 for safety. 32.4.16 is still further ahead of us. So, let's hop back in our tank that is not burning up on that rack up there. And drive up this mountainside in order to reach the real good stuff. And it's down here in this very secluded crater that the batarians did not find. Meaning, we're gonna find this place still chock full of grenades. We have 8 grenade storage boxes here, let's see. "16 grenades can be pillaged from there. That is way more grenades than you can carry on you, so if you're very trigger happy with throwing lots of grenades, remembering that that is there and not taking more than you need can give you some extra grenades later in your playthrough just by coming back here and going to the northeast corner of the map. Speaking of which, let's see if we can't get the VI to talk to us. Come on, I'm specifically driving out of bounds so you'll talk to me. I guess it's not feeling too chatty right now. Normally Joker has a line when you're going out of bounds. but Joker's been replaced for this mission by the Normandy VI. Oh man, we are gonna die here. Yep, we died here. We'll be back when we're back there. We are back nearing the central base from a different point of attack this time. Hopefully one with a bit more cover to it. And we're going for a bit more hit and run this time. We're taking health damage now, so time to we cannot fire the main gun, or I guess any gun at all, while we're undergoing repairs. That's all the guns taken care of. Yeah, the batarians definitely hacked those rather than building them themselves. And just letting you know, I feel no remorse about slaughtering batarians, and you should not either, because they still practice evil things like slavery. Die. Let's get the Obi-Wan Kenobi advantage on these guys. No one up here. Strange. You get a warp. And you get a warp. Everyone gets a warp. Just channeling my inner Oprah here. You get bees, and you get bees, and everyone gets bees. Let's go ahead and go shotgun here. Shotgun a few batarians. Out of the way, Garrus. Out of the way, Ashley. But if you think this is a lot of dead batarians, just wait for Mass Effect 2. And yes, the only way this assault rifle is ever gonna get overheated is if someone forcibly overheats it there.
Die, human!
Well, he got the die part right.
You're almost more trouble than you're worth.
I'm just getting started.
Predictable, but this is over. I'm leaving this asteroid. If you try to stop me, I'll detonate these charges, and your helper and her friends are all going to die.
I can't just let you go, Balak. Not after what happened here.
This is nothing. You humans have done far worse to the batarians. We've been forced into exile, forced to survive on what we can scrounge up. It's been like that for decades.
Don't make it sound like you're the innocent party here. You brought it upon yourselves.
Really? You invaded our space, took our resources, and when we asked the Council for aid, they brushed us off. We were left to defend ourselves, but the humans were stronger than us. We knew that. The Council knew that. But it didn't matter. It was you. You and your kind are the only reason we're in this position.
How does killing innocent people make up for that?
We had no other options. Sometimes you need to get someone's attention before they'll listen. That's why we attacked you at Elysium. That's why I'm doing this. You forced our hand.
You attacked us first. When we retaliated, you ran off to the Council hoping for help. When you didn't get it, you hid. You've got no one to blame but yourselves.
Enough! You couldn't possibly understand. Actually, you just don't want to understand, and I'm done wasting my breath. Now, if you want your friends to live, I suggest you step aside.
You can go, but this isn't over. I'll find you eventually.
Maybe, but I made sure you won't follow me today. Those charges are still on a timer. Better hurry if you want to save your friends.
Oh, we will save our friends. Grenade storage box. Always time for that. Looks like we get a longer timer on normal than we did when I did this on my own on hardcore. Hardcore, the timer was at 2 minutes. I remember seeing a charge up here. Garrison Ashley fighting the good fight. No option to omni-gel these ones, so you better be good at whatever your platform's decryption minigame is. Number 2 is down here. At least for PlayStation, maybe for Xbox as well. The minigame for decryption is just pressing buttons in a sequence. I want to say the last one is up here on this level. All demolition charges have been deactivated. Release the scientists from the prison cell in the lower office.
He left. Is that all right?
Letting him go was better than the alternative. I thought you were gonna stay someplace safe.
There might have been something I could have done to help. I thought I should be here. I know this asteroid better than anyone. You did it. Another hour and our course would have been irreversible. I ran the numbers, Shepard. X-57 would have struck near the capital city, the most densely populated region. But that's not going to happen, thanks to you. Is Katie in here? Is she all right? Is her team?
Balak was holding them hostage. I let him go to save them.
Let a terrorist go or sacrifice innocent lives. I'm glad that's not a choice I had to make. Is that... Will you get in trouble for that? I mean, he could do the same thing somewhere else, couldn't he?
The Alliance has a whole navy full of people like me, waiting to take him down. We'll be watching.
Shepard, thank you for my grandchildren's lives. I don't think I'll stick around, though. Not with the team gone. Too many ghosts. It's time for me to get back and spend some time with my family. Before I go, I'd like to offer you something. Maybe you'll have more use for it than I will. As lead engineer, I get some quality items. Take your pick. You've earned it.
We're gonna butter him up for his Omni tool. It's a dang good Omni tool.
I know it's a lot to ask, but that Omni tool of yours, I could really use something like that.
Shepard, I think I mentioned that you saved my kids and grandkids. What's an Omni tool compared to that? You take it, with my blessing. I hope you get good use out of it.
One more thing. You asked me to look into your missing engineers?
Have you found them?
Yes, all of them. Their bodies, anyway.
Oh. I see. Well then, I guess it's better than not knowing.
Take care of yourself.
Be well, Shepard. We owe you.
The Ceres Council line of Savant, Omni Tools, and Biotic Amps is the best in the game, and a rank 10 is the best of the best. So that is the best Omni tool that credits can buy, or in this case, a good social credit can buy.
I can't believe you let Balak go. To save us. I half expected you to just let us die. Sacrifice the few for the many.
I don't plan to let Balak get away with this. I'll find him one day, and he will pay for this.
You sound like my brother. He was always so stubborn, but always willing to do the right thing, no matter what.
Your brother was the one Balak killed?
Yes. Aaron. He was the one who convinced me to join the team here. Said it would be an adventure. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I should see to Aaron.
I understand. You've been through enough today. I'll get out of your way.
Thank you. Oh, I don't even know your name.
Commander Shepard, with Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. You're not exactly what I expected, but thank you.
I'll get out of your way. So long, Kate.
I appreciate that, Commander. Goodbye.
And that will conclude Bring Down the Sky, the only surviving bit of Mass Effect 1 downloadable content that made it into Legendary Edition. There was originally one other package known as Pinnacle Station, which just gave Commander Shepard and the crew a whole bunch of combat challenges to take on. I never did them personally, so it's not much of a loss from my point of view, but there were people who enjoyed it, and it's sad that they weren't able to recover the files necessary to have it in the Legendary Edition version. Now we will climb into our trusty tank that's named after a shark and return to our ship. And that, Whale Pod, is where we're going to leave this episode of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Do make sure to give those like and subscribe buttons a nice shotgun blast if you have not done so already. And do feel free to leave comments down below. With that said and done, I hope y'all are having fantastic days, Whale Pod. Remember to stay cool, stay classy, and most importantly, stay healthy. But until next time, this is Commander Whale, signing off.